Hello, lovely viewers. You are most welcome to our channel Poetry Online. In this video, we shall be presenting to you some questions and answers on the book Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Kindly subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get updates on all our new videos. Once again, let us assure you of a very interesting discussion. Get ready for this lesson. Why is Okonkwo's defeat of Amalenzi the cat such a great achievement? Amalenzi the cat, the greatest wrestler in the region, was unbeatable for 7 years. How would you describe Okonkwo? Okonkwo is huge, with bushy eyebrows and a wide nose. He breathes heavily and seems to walk on springs, as if he is about to pounce on someone. And he has no patience with unsuccessful men like his father. Why is Okonkwo ashamed of his father, Unuka? Okonkwo's father has no titles. He is heavily in debt when he dies. Why is Ekemefuna offered to the village of Umuofia? Ekemefuna is offered to Umuofia by the neighboring village of Mbiano as a compensation in order to avoid war. How does Okonkwo display his fierce and warlike nature at important occasions in the village? Okonkwo displays his warlike nature on occasions such as funerals by drinking his palm wine from the first human head he captured in battle. Why would the people of Umuofia be beaten in war with Mbiano if they disobey the oracles of the hills and caves? The people of Umuofia will be beaten in the war with Mbiano if they disobey the oracles of the hills and caves, because their gods will not allow them to fight a war of blame. Why is Ekemefuna selected by the people of Mbiano to serve as a peace sacrifice for Umuofia? The people of Umuofia selected Ekemefuna as the peace sacrifice because his father participated in murdering the woman of Umuofia in the marketplace. Why is Onwoyo developing into a sad-faced youth? Onwoyo is developing into a sad-faced youth because he is constantly nagged and beaten by his own father, Okonkwo. Which of Okonkwo's wives is the most afraid of him and why? Okonkwo's third wife is the most afraid of him because she is the youngest. Why does Okonkwo rule his household with a heavy hand? Okonkwo rules his household with a heavy hand because he wants his family to work hard and prosper. He is also afraid of appearing weak like his father. Why is Okonkwo asked to become Ekemefuna's guardian? Okonkwo is asked to become Ekemefuna's guardian because he is a prosperous village leader. Why is Unuka, who dies of swelling in the stomach, abandoned and left to die in the evil forest? Unuka, Okonkwo's father, is left to rot in the evil forest because the swelling in his stomach is an abomination to the earth goddess. Why is Achebe considered a successful man in Igbo society? Achebe has earned all but one title in Umuofia. He owns 3 huge barns and he has 9 wives and 30 children. Therefore, he is considered a successful man in Igbo society. Why does Okonkwo laugh uneasily at the story of Obiako and the oracle? Okonkwo is much like Obiako because his father is also unsuccessful. Why is sharecropping a slow way to build up a barn? Sharecropping is a slow way to build up a barn because the farmer only reaps a third of the harvest for himself. Give 2 examples of how Okonkwo tries to save his yams during the drought. During the drought, Okonkwo tries to protect the yam seedlings from the sun by putting rings of sisal around them. He also prays for rain. What does Okonkwo learn through the drought and poor harvest? Okonkwo learns that he can survive any disaster. How does Okonkwo demonstrate his fondness for Ekemefuna? When Okonkwo goes to feasts or meetings, he allows Ekemefuna to carry his stool and goatskin bag. This is traditionally a son's privilege. Why is Okonkwo's first wife always called Nwoyo's mother? Okonkwo's first wife is always called Nwoyo's mother because she is honored as the mother of Okonkwo's heir, his first son. What does the kola nut symbolize, and why does Ezinne refuse to accept it from Okonkwo during the week of peace? The kola nut is a symbol of hospitality and peace. Ezinne refuses to accept it because Okonkwo has offended Ani, the earth goddess, by beating his wife during the week of peace. Why do Okonkwo's enemies call him the little bird Nza? Okonkwo's enemies called him the little bird Nza because Nza forgot who he was after a heavy meal and challenged his chi. Likewise, Okonkwo challenged the gods by violating the peace of Ani. In the past, a man who broke the sacred peace was dragged around the village until he died. Why was the custom stopped? The custom of dragging a man around the village was stopped because it spoiled the peace it was meant to preserve. In some clans, if a man dies during the week of peace, he was cast into the evil forest. He is not buried. What is the result of this action? The dead, who are thrown into the evil forest without burial, become evil spirits who roam the earth and threaten the living. What is Ani's relationship with the ancestors? Ani is a close communion with the ancestors of the clan. Why are new yams offered to Ani and the ancestors at the festival? The people give honor and thanks to Ani and the ancestors by offering them new yams at the festival. Does Ekwefi, Okonkwo's second wife, really kill the banana tree? Ekwefi does not kill the banana tree. She simply removes some leaves to wrap food. Why does Ekemefuna look at the other children sternly when Obiageli tells Yaddle the story about breaking her pot? Obiageli is acting sad in front of the adults. Ekemefuna does not want the other children to tattle on Obiageli. Why can't Ezimma carry her father's chair to the wrestling match? Ezimma cannot carry her father's chair to the wrestling match because this is a boy's job. Men, women, boys, and girls play specific roles in the Igbo society. Why is the ancient silk cotton tree considered sacred? The ancient silk cotton tree is considered sacred because the spirits of good children who are waiting to be born live there. Why is Ekemefuna compared to a yam tendril in the rainy season? Ekemefuna is like a yam tendril in the rainy season because he is full of the sap of new life. How does Okonkwo feel when he hears Nwoyo grumbling about women? Okonkwo is happy when he hears Nwoyo grumbling about women. What does Okonkwo mean when he says, "Where are the young suckers that will grow when the old banana tree dies?" Okonkwo wonders who will follow his footsteps. His children do not seem to resemble him. Why would Okonkwo have been happier if Ezimma had been a boy? Ezimma has the right spirit and behaves in a more masculine way. Why did Ekwefi stay with her people during her third pregnancy? The medicine man said Ekwefi would trick the wicked Obanje and break the cycle of birth and death if she stays with the people during her pregnancy. How was Ekwefi's despair reflected in the name she gave her children? Ekwefi's despair was reflected in the following names she gave her children: Owumbiko, which means death, I implore you. Ozimina means may it not happen again. And Owuma, which means death may please himself. Why did the medicine man drag the corpse of the dead Obanje child into the evil forest? The medicine man dragged the dead child into the evil forest because then the Obanje would think twice about entering his mother's womb and coming to life again. Why did Ekwefi grow bitter about her own chi? Ekwefi wishes her co-wives well, but she has grown bitter. She feels that it is her evil chi that denies her good fortune. Ekwefi's bitterness does not flow outward to others, but inward into her own soul. What is the law of Umuofia concerning the bride price of a woman who runs away from her husband? The law of Umuofia says that if a woman runs away from her husband, the bride price must be returned. What is the name of the clan, and what villages are parts of the clan? The name of the clan is Umuofia. The clan includes all the members of the 9 villages of Umuofia. How does Okonko accidentally kill Izendu's son during the farewell dance? Okonko accidentally kills Izendu's son when his gun goes off by mistake as the men are clashing their machetes. Why do Okonko and his family leave their homestead? Okonko and his family are banished from the village for 7 years because Okonko accidentally kills a clansman. Why does Oberika begin to wonder about the justice of the earth goddess? Oberika wonders about the justice of the earth goddess because Okonko is banished for 7 years for a crime he committed by mistake. Oberika also wonders about the justice of abandoning twins in the forest. What do the elders mean when they say, if one finger brought oil, it soiled the others? The elders mean, if one person in the clan commits a crime, they bring the wrath of the earth goddess upon all the members of the clan. Why does Okonko seek refuge in his motherland? Okonko seeks refuge in his motherland because he accidentally killed a clansman. He is banished by Ani, the earth goddess. How does Okonko start his yam farm in Mbanta? Echendu has 5 sons. Each son contributed 300 seed yams to enable their cousin Okonko plant a farm. How does Okonko feel about the elders' belief that if a man says yes, his chi will also affirm him? Okonko feels that the elders' belief is false. He is a man whose chi says no to greatness despite his own effort to succeed. According to Uchendu, what is Okonko's duty and responsibility during his time of exile? According to Uchendu, Okonko's duty is to comfort his wives and children and return them to his fatherland after 7 years. Uchendu says if Okonko allows sorrow to weigh him down and kill him, his family would die in exile. Okonko must accept his cousins as his kinsmen. What did the fearless men of Abami do when they met the white man? The fearless men of Abami touched and killed the white man. Why did the oracle say the white men were like locusts? The oracle said the white men were like locusts because the first was a scout who was sent to explore the terrain. Other white men would follow him. Why did the white man seem to speak through his nose? The white man seemed to speak through his nose because his language and intonation were unfamiliar to the Igbo people. Why did the white men wait for the market day to slaughter Abami? The white men waited for the big market day to slaughter the people of Abani because Almost every person in the clan was in the markets. Give an example proving that a great evil descended upon Abame just as the oracle warned. The sacred fish in the mysterious lake of Abame fled, and the lake turned the color of blood. How do the leaders of Umuofia feel about the new religion? Christianity is a great source of sorrow to the leaders of Umuofia, but many believe the faith will not last. Why doesn't Okonkwo want to speak to Oberika about Nwoye? Okonkwo does not want to speak to Oberika about Nwoye because he is so furious with his son. Oberika learns the story from Nwoye's mother. Why are the people excited by what the missionaries say? The people are excited because the missionary says he is going to live with the Igbo people. Why do men of Umuofia laugh at the missionary? The men of Umuofia laugh at the missionary when he says that all the Igbo gods are harmless. How does the interpreter explain that the true God has a son but no wife? The interpreter cannot explain why the Christian God has a son but no wife. Why is the evil forest a strange sight for the missionaries' church? It is a strange sight for the church because it is an evil place filled with sinister forces. Why does Nneka convert to Christianity? Nneka converts to Christianity because she gave birth to 4 sets of twins and all the children have been abandoned in the evil forest. She is pregnant again. Why do some converts suspend their new faith until after the 7th market week? Some of the converts suspend their new faith until after the 7th market week because they are afraid the gods and ancestors will wipe out the missionaries. Why does it seem like the evil forest is going to gobble up the church? The church stands on a circular clearing. It looks like the open mouth of the evil forest is waiting to snap its teeth together and destroy the church. Why do the villagers think that the evil forest is a good home for the Christians? The villagers feel that if a gang of Efulefu decide to live in the evil forest, it is their own affair. The evil forest is filled with sinister forces. Therefore, it is a good home for such marginal people. Why does Okonkwo regret his exile so bitterly, even though he prospers in his motherland? Okonkwo regrets his exile, even though he prospers in his motherland because he feels he will have prospered even more in Umuofia. What is the significance of the names Okonkwo gives the children who were born during the 7 years in exile? Okonkwo names his daughter Nneka, which means Mother is Supreme, and his son Umuofia, which means begotten in wilderness. Although Okonkwo shows reverence to his kinsmen by naming a child in honor of his mother or the feminine principle, he still feels like his mother's home is a wilderness for him. Why doesn't Oberika build Okonkwo's Obi or the walls of his compound in Umuofia? Oberika doesn't build Okonkwo's Obi or the walls of his compound because a man either has to build this for himself or inherit them from his father. Why does Okonkwo regret that Ezima is a girl? Okonkwo regrets that Ezima is a girl because she alone understands his very mood and a bond of sympathy has grown between them. She understands things perfectly. If Ezima were a boy, Okonkwo could teach her more and their relationship would survive her marriage. How was Okonkwo able to grow yams in Umuofia when he is actually located in Mbanta? Every year, Oberika distributes Okonkwo's yams to sharecroppers. What argument does Akuna use to convince Mr. Brown that lesser gods act as messengers of Chukwu? Akuna says that the lesser gods act as messengers to Chukwu, just like Mr. Brown acts as a messenger of his church, and the district commissioner acts as a messenger of the ruler in England. Why does Mr. Brown disapprove of Enoch's behavior? Mr. Brown disapproves of Enoch's behavior because he is overzealous and provokes the clan. Enoch is the son of the snake-caused priest. He killed and ate a sacred python. What is Mr. Brown's attitude toward the traditional Igbo religion? Mr. Brown respects traditional Igbo religion. Why does Mr. Brown visit Okonkwo? Mr. Brown visited Okonkwo to tell him that he had just sent Okonkwo's son, Nwoyo, to a new training college for teachers. What is Nwoyo's new Christian name? Nwoyo's new Christian name is Isaac. How does Okonkwo respond to Mr. Brown's visit? Okonkwo has Mr. Brown driven out of his homestead. He threatens to have him carried out if he comes again. Why is Reverend Smith filled with wrath when he hears that a woman in his congregation allowed her husband to mutilate her dead child? Reverend Smith believes that the people are putting the old wine of the Igbo faith into the new wineskin of the Christian faith. One of his congregation has followed Igbo practices. A child has been declared an Obanje who plagued his mother by dying and entering the womb to be born again 4 times. Then it was mutilated to discourage it from returning. Why do the villagers call Enoch the outsider who wept louder than the bereaved? Enoch's devotion to the new faith seems much greater than Mr. Brown's. Mr. Brown is moderate in his behavior, whereas Enoch is a zealot. What is the greatest crime a man can commit in Umuofia? The greatest crime a man can commit in Umuofia is to unmask an egugu in public or do anything that might ridicule his immortal prestige in the eyes of the uninitiated. This is exactly what Enoch did. Why is Enoch disappointed to be hidden in the parsonage? Enoch is disappointed to be hidden in the parsonage because he hopes the holy war is imminent. A few other Christians agree. Explain why Okeke is not in the best terms with Reverend Smith. Okeke condemns Enoch's behavior at the meeting. He says Enoch should not be hidden in the parsonage because he will only draw the wrath of the clan on the pastor. Mr. Smith rebukes him in a strong language and does not seek his advice after that. How does Reverend Smith feel about Okeke, his interpreter, as he stands by him, confronting the angry spirit? Reverend Smith is deeply grateful to Okeke, his interpreter, for standing by him. He smiles with deep gratitude. Explain how Okeke interprets Mr. Smith's words to the spirits and leaders of Umuofia. Okeke does not translate Mr. Smith's words exactly. Mr. Smith tells the Egugu to leave the church. Okeke translates these words wisely by indicating that Mr. Smith is happy to have the Egugu discuss their grievances. Thanks for watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video.